Africa Initiative today. And today, I have right here with me a person who is so powerful. A man that every guest who's been on Empower Africa Initiative speaks so positively about. A phenomenal man. A movie director. An extraordinary cinematographer right here in America is no other than Mr. O.Peters. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, thank you.
My goodness, there's so much. Woo! I don't know what to say.
Even me too. I actually didn't know who you were talking about.
Every person who's been on our new season has spoken positively about you. Why do you think everyone speaks so well about you?
Because I'm big, they're scared of me. No, it's just if you understand
really?
the power of relationship. Yeah. The truth is that as much as they will speak about me, I have the same thing to say about them. They're all great people, and that is why when you told me you wanted to speak with people here in Georgia, I said, okay, I'm going to get you some great people.
Yeah.
People that have investment in real life. People that understand how to manage the concept called life. Most people don't know how to manage the concept called life. And they're good people. They're people that are grounded in real life, people that have investment in real life. And we connect on that level. I have so much to say about them too. About Joseph Benjamin, about my brother, my friend, my partner, Neville Sajere, G. Wike, everybody, great people. Al Johnson, great people. People that are going somewhere. People that are so dissatisfied with where they are. Yeah. They want to be better. They want to add more to their lives. That's why we connect. That's why we talk about each other. We connect on so many grounds.
You are so seasoned in what you do, and your integrity has stood the test of time, as much as I know. How do you remain this humble?
You're forced to be humble. First of all, I give it to my father. My father used to embarrass us when we were younger. My father would answer everybody, sir. And sometimes we'll tell him, you're older than that man. So there's one thing he modeled for me. He never taught me much. Yeah. But he modeled so many things for me. Respect, love, polite. And I think I got that from him. And God bless his soul. I have a mentor. And the mentor is me of the future. And where I saw myself before I started, I am not close to it. Sometimes I watch some of my jobs that people see and say, man, this is good, this is a beautiful work of art, and I get depressed. Why? Because I still have a long way to go.
Phenomenal.
Why? Because I found that I'm not in competition with anybody. I mean, I'm chasing that me of the future. I actually got this from Matthew McConaughey. He described it at the award, and he just articulated what was in my mind. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. And that's what drives me.
Now you have obviously accomplished so much in life, but with all of this accomplishment, you still strive to want to broaden your horizon and get much more developed as an individual. That is so rare.
Yeah, I do an average of formal or informal form of education. I do an average of 2 to 3 hours every day. Just try to get more information.
And what spurs you to want to do this?
It's because I look at my work and it's very far away from where I'm going to. I'm very far. And I see that there's so much that I can do. But you cannot leave where you are to go to where you're going to until you get that information. It's information that will make you move from one level to another.
And broaden your knowledge.
Yeah. So you need to educate yourself, to
Absolutely.
reinvent yourself, in other words.
Absolutely. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal.
So that's what drives me generally, wanting to be better. I don't want to be the best. I want to be my own best. I'm not in competition with anybody, because competition drives you to a place of trying to impress people. And anytime you try to impress people, you get depressed. So what I just do is that I try to be my own best. And I try to encourage everybody that is around me to do same. Like everybody, the guys that work for me, I tell them, create content, go make a film. When you have any money, buy your own equipment. And if you need to make a picture, you need my equipment to make your picture better, come get it.
Phenomenal.
Because at the end of the day, the sky is big enough for everybody.
True.
You understand?
True.
So those are the things that drives me, and those are the things that make good things happen to me, because I wish everybody good, man. I really do.
Phenomenal. Now, African Magic, which happens to be one of the largest TV network in Africa, has nominated you as an award movie director in Africa. How do you feel about this?
Yes, one of the best. It's an honor. I have not started. They have nominated me to be one of the best. Yeah, but it just, when the nomination came, the only thing the nomination did for me was that to tell me that I was going in the right direction. You understand? And my boy Fabian Hooks, my gaffer, also got nominated for best online design.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think we carried away 7 nominations that evening, and I'm happy that we're doing it. I'm happy that we're taking our work to a new front. I'm happy that we're taking our work to a whole new level. So it's a good thing.
Phenomenal.
It's just a part in the back. That,
This is great.
You guys are when I try in the Nigerian.
It is interesting to see that you still consistently broaden more and more horizons, still trying to create much more valuable synergies and businesses internationally. This is powerful. I have just spoken to your business partner, who actually did mention to me the fact that you have integrated a very valuable television platform, well, online television platform in America. How excited are you about this?
I am, because I know the implication. I know what it's going to do. It's going to shake Africans in diaspora. It's a new platform.
Right.
You see, at the end of the day, you have power. You have power when you have direct access to the people that you deal with, your audience.
Yes.
And what I've done with most of my films, that's why I was very happy when the first one made it to the Guinness Book of World Record.
Awesome.
As the highest grossing film.
I'm giving you a hand clap for that. Can I do that? Can I acknowledge you at least before you go on?
What we did was that, you see, most filmmakers make films from here.
Yeah.
They make films they're emotional about. Oh man, there's this little kid I saw in Africa that was going through very bad times, so they make a film about poverty. But you don't ask yourself question, how many people want to see the kind of films you make? You see, people think that film is more of logical connection. Film is more emotional than logic. And if you can strike that emotional connection with your audience, you're going to go to the next level. So this project, Nevada Bridge Production, is another emotional connection. So what are we doing in this sense? We're taking our product, good films, films that are message driven, and taking it directly to the audience. So I'm very excited. I can't wait for where we're going to go with this.
Phenomenal. Yeah. I'm excited with you too. You've been on Empower Africa Initiative, and as you know, we have the super Robert Peters right here with me. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Keep it here.
Yeah, man. Hi, I'm Robert O.Peters, and you are watching Empower Africa Initiative. Don't change that dial.
Welcome back. We're still on Empower Africa Initiative, and as you know, I'm right here with Mr. Robert Peters. How do you feel?
I feel all good.
You sure?
As
You're
always.
good? You're all good?
Yes, I'm fine. Looking forward to a beautiful 2017.
Awesome.
I want to make just 5 films this year. I made 10 last year. So I want to make just 5 this year and make them really well. So I'm excited. I'm excited where I'm at as a filmmaker. I'm excited where our brand is as a company. We're almost everywhere in Africa presently. So I just want to leverage on that so we can maximize our potentials.
Now, being a visionary and sustaining this vision can be very daunting sometimes. How do you sustain your vision?
Still looking at that picture I told you about, the me of the future. Every day I see the possibility of making a film that will be nominated at the Oscar as the best foreign language film.
Yeah.
Every day I see a possibility of my film getting a major cinema release. So every day I see myself leaving my niche, my place, Africa, and making films that will reach out to people from different parts of the world. And that drives me. And so what I try to do is try to build myself so I can shine brighter. Because they say the light that must shine the farthest must shine the brightest at its base.
Absolutely.
So I do everything to empower myself to shine brighter at my base so that my light can go farther. And I do that spiritually by my relationship with God. I'm a Christian. I believe in God, and I believe in His Son, Jesus Christ. I believe in the concept of grace. So I try to keep my hands clean so that I can always have grace. Because that's what the world don't teach you.
Yeah.
They give you 5 steps to being successful, 20 steps to be a millionaire, 2 steps to achieving the greater heights, but they don't teach you that the concept of faith and grace.
Very powerful.
You understand? So I understand that. Sometimes they try to call it positive energy, but it's just
Or
grace.
the universe.
Yeah, and it's just the spirit of the Almighty brooding over our spirit. You understand? Knowing that we are God, because the Bible said that He created us in His own image, so we have the same capability, the same power that He has as God. So sometimes we learn to speak things into being, because that's how God created the world, and we have that power. So sometimes I want something, I say it, and guess what? I get it.
And you do this graciously.
Yeah, by the grace of God.
You do this so
And
graciously.
what we've been doing is empowering ourselves technically. You see, what made Nollywood great was our original stories. So I don't want to go the route of Hollywood. I want to continue in that same path that made Nollywood great in the first place. Making original stories, making inspirational stories. Stories that those days you watch a Nollywood film, you leave that theater, you leave that living room, you leave that bus seeing life totally differently. And that is where I want to approach this from. That is where I want to approach this. We're just keeping that instead. I want to do that and still bring modern day technology into that original Nollywood part. You understand? So everywhere I go to, I let people know that I'm an African filmmaker. I'm a Nollywood filmmaker.
Your humility and selflessness is very infectious. Do you know that?
Yeah, sometimes I pretend.
What do you really want to be known for?
What do I want to be known for? I want to be known as that man that died empty. I want to give everything I have, everything I can. I want to die empty. And I want the day that I die, I want them to write that this was the man that never gave up. He only gave up to death because it was his time. So I push. I don't give up. I see possibility. When I see possibility, I go for it. I do that horizontally and vertically. Vertically is with God. Connect with God so that I will always be where my reign will be. You understand? They always try to keep a good attitude because your attitude determines your altitude. So how you relate to people and how you relate to God determines how far you will go in life. So I operate my life against this background, and these are the principles that I try to live by, and it is paying off. It is.
Awesome.
I might not be where I want to be, but I am not where I used to be.
Do you strive to be?
I've been able, in a little way, made little name for myself. It's going to get bigger. Definitely going to get
In all humility again.
Yeah,
Awesome. What
bigger.
would you say to a 25 years old Robert Peters?
25, I'll probably be in some institution teaching film and still making films. I tell my close friends, I might never make an action flick. I'm a filmmaker like Woody Allen. He's one person I really look forward to, I look up to. He's the kind of filmmaker that I want to model my career and my life after. No, not my life, my career after. And because he takes very simple things and create beauty
Out of it.
from simple scenarios. And that is what I want to do. That is where I want to be. So I see myself making more films like that. At about that time, I would have learned more. I'll be a better filmmaker. And I'll still continue to do what I know to do. And there was something he said that really blew me away, and that really humbled me, Woody Allen. He said that the best filmmakers in the world are still trying to figure out how to make a good film.
True.
Yeah, so
His exact words.
that's me. That's the story of my life. And leaving a legacy for my children. A legacy for them.
How do you compartmentalize all of what you implement in your career? How do you compartmentalize that?
When you let things happen naturally, you don't even know how you do it.
I'll take that again. How do you compartmentalize all of this valuables that you put together in life?
I just try to give priority to different aspects of my life. Like this year, I just found out I've been on almost 56 flights. Most of them are international. One of them I had to fly for 20 hours.
In 1 year?
Yeah, in 1 year. And there's a guy called Jack Ma. Jack Ma is the owner of Alibaba conglomerate. They were interviewing him and he almost cried. And they told him, what is your greatest regret?
Yeah.
He says, putting so much work into building one of the best companies in the world and not spending time with my family. So I always try to strike that balance. Spend time with my family, spend time with God, and give time to my work. Believe me, it's possible. You just need to learn to cut off some unnecessary people and cut off some unnecessary things. And believe me, you have more than enough time to be who you want to be.
What would you say to people all over the world that strive to want to be like Robert Peters, that want to emulate what you do as a brand, as an individual, as a personality?
People that want to be like me, tell them don't. They should be themselves. We're human beings. We're created for specific purpose. And you know the funniest thing? That's why they say the graveyard is the richest place in the world. Because so many people die with untapped talent, untapped potentials. They take so much to the grave. The mind is a powerful tool. If you learn to put it into use, you will discover what you're created for. We're created for a purpose. So I'll tell them, instead of trying to be like me, they should just learn some good things some good approach that I have to life and apply it to whatever they're called to do. And if you want to make film, watching film alone does not make you a good filmmaker. It's just like going to a restaurant does not make you a good cook.
Yeah.
Because what you watch when you watch film is watching a finished work. You have to learn, first of all, know you have the flair and learn to educate your flair. I'd rather watch a behind the scene than watching a movie. So I watch the behind the scene first, then I come to watch the movie so that when I start watching the movie, I have better understanding. You understand? So for those of us that want to make film, invest on educating yourself.
Awesome.
And these days, there's so much information on YouTube. I watch YouTube. Today I was on YouTube for almost 4 hours. Just learning new techniques of lighting.
A youth out there watching you today who wants to be empowered with what they've heard about Mr. Robert Peters.
I want to let them know that you don't become who you want to be. You can continue to say that you want to be a millionaire for the next 20 years. You die poor. You become who you are. You have to put substance into your life. Like I was saying this afternoon, I read a book called When Talent Is Not Enough. And that totally changed my colloquialism of trying to make it in life. You have to invest in yourself. You have to push yourself. You have to have the right attitude. And above all, you want to always make sure you have a good name.
Yes, totally.
That is my advice for them.
Thank you.
And I'm going to wrap that up by saying that it is better for you not to have an opportunity than to have an opportunity and you're not prepared for it. So you have to always be ready to go.
Thank you for that. Give me a high five for that. It's been phenomenal having you here today. Thank you so much. I do appreciate having you. You've been on Empower Africa Initiative and the one and only Robert Peters. Keep it right here. Don't go nowhere. See you next time. We love you. Come on, do a hug.
Hi, I'm Robert O.Peters, and you are watching Empower Africa Initiative. Don't change that dial.
Hi everyone, I was just interviewed on Empower Africa Initiative, shot by Robert Peters. You can't get any better. Listen, this is the show of the millennium. You need to watch it. It empowers our people, gives them the gift of life, a new direction, and let's start a change with ourselves. My name is Jamaica.
Hi, my name is Al Johnson, CEO LIV Music, Liberian Music. I'm on Empower Africa Initiative. I've been interviewed today. It's a very great show. I was interviewed by the beautiful Princess Halliday. Empower Africa Initiative shot by Robert Peters and Jim Ike. Beautiful show. Please check out the show. Phenomenal show. It talks about great topics and talks about people in America and abroad that are doing things to impact our continent. I love the show and I hope that you enjoy yourself. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Neville, Sajere Nevada Based Production. You're watching Empower Africa Initiative. Don't change that dial.
Hi, I'm Joseph Benjamin. I've been inspired as much as I have sought to make sure I inspire you. This is the Empower Africa Initiative. I am Joseph Benjamin. Stay empowered.
Hey.